Sorry about my network. I had network breach. I have to log out and come back here. Welcome back to my life. Nice to have you in my life. You're so welcome. So we're talking about um how to manage a toxic relationship. I think that's what we're talking about today. And we've analyzed what a toxic relationship looks like, the signs to tell you that you are in a toxic relationship. We've listed some of those signs. We'll say that in a toxic relationship, there is constant criticism and blame. They will always blame you for everything, no matter what you do. They are not satisfied. That's one thing about a toxic relationship. In a toxic relationship, there is lack of respect. Hey, Julia. So, welcome back. How are we doing today? Sorry, I'm in the office, so I have to attend to a few issues while I am live. Lily Love, how are you doing? Welcome to my live. Lily, we are discussing something this afternoon. And what we're talking about today affect women mostly. How to manage a toxic relationship, okay? That's what we're talking about this afternoon. Now, the first thing is to know if you are in a toxic relationship. You get it? How do you know you are in a toxic relationship? What are the signs and what is a toxic relationship? A toxic relationship is a relationship that's consistently harm you emotionally. It affects your mental health. It affects your physical well-being. Instead of feeling supported by your partner, you feel scared, you feel unsafe, you feel drained and anxious. You're not happy at all. You feel disrespected. You also feel controlled by your partner when you are in a toxic relationship. I think these are the things that comes with a toxic relationship. Now, what are the signs? What are some of the signs to know that, oh, this person I'm going out with? There is something I want to understand. Talk about toxicness in a relationship. It's not only a relationship that is between a man and a woman or two adults. It could be from family. It could be from your workplace. It can be from a friend even. You can have a toxic friend, a friend who doesn't give you peace. There are some friends that you have that you wish you don't have them. It could be from a friend, it could be from family members, it could be from your colleagues at your workplace. Some people are so toxic and their actions will affect your emotions. It will affect your physical well-being and all of that. Now we're talking about the signs to show that this relationship is a toxic one. One of the signs is that there is constant criticism in that relationship. No matter what you do, you are being criticized. Even when you're doing the right thing, it is being condemned. Any little thing you do, you are being blamed, because that relationship is what is toxic. Another sign of a toxic relationship is that there is disrespect and lack of trust. We'll talk about disrespect and lack of trust. Your partner can shout on you in the public. They can say anything. Basic Kakman, you're welcome. Thank you for joining my life. In a toxic relationship, your partner can bully you in the public. You know, sometimes you can go out with your partner and you do something wrong. For someone who loves and cares for you, they might just give you a sign to say that what you're doing is wrong. Stop. They can cut eye for you. They can give you a sign. But when you are in a toxic relationship, right in the public, your partner will just point it out to you that they can even call you names right in the public. There's no respect. Another sign, lack of trust. Your partner doesn't trust you. If they don't see you for a moment, they don't believe you. That is one of the signs of a toxic relationship. Lack of trust. I'm fine, ma'am. Good afternoon. And one other sign of a toxic relationship is that your partner is manipulative and controlling. They manipulate you, they control you. They tell you what to do. You don't have a say, you don't have a right of your own. Whatever you do, in fact, they don't like what you do. It should be what they ask you to do. They control you. They want to subdue you. They want to rule over you all the time. That is one of the signs of a toxic relationship. They control you emotionally. You are not free. You are not comfortable in anything you are doing. Then one other sign of a toxic relationship, you see emotional neglect. You know, when someone truly loves you, you're silent, they can interpret your silence. When you're not saying anything, they know why you are calm. If you are moody, your partner knows why you are moody. But in a toxic relationship, even if you are moody for the whole day, they don't care. If you are sick, they don't care. If you need their attention, they don't care. In fact, there's something I say about toxic people. Toxic people are selfish. When I say toxic people are selfish, is this: they don't care about your feelings. All they care about is themselves. They don't care about how you feel. If they are doing something that is hurting you, something that is harming you, and you talk about it, instead of them to consider. So in a toxic relationship, you experience emotional neglect. When you find out that your partner doesn't care about how you feel, even if you complain, they don't consider your complaint, it's a sign that you are in a toxic relationship. All right? It's a very big sign that you are in a toxic relationship. Why does it affect so much that sometimes you can't just go out of a toxic relationship? The reason is because at first, when you meet somebody, you want to study them, you want to know who they are, you give your all because you truly love and care for them. But as time goes on, you find out that there are things about them that doesn't really fit with you. And because they are toxic, even if you point it out to them that, okay, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. This lifestyle is not my kind of lifestyle. Instead of them to change, they take it as their right. They just continue doing what they are doing because they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about how you feel. It's none of their business. So toxic people are selfish because it is only themselves. You can imagine you're in a relationship with someone and they fall sick. You find yourself running around to make sure that they get well. But if it is you that falls sick, they don't care. They'll just say, I go get some drugs for yourself. Go do this for yourself. But if it is you, you're going to be there for them. So when you're in a toxic relationship, your partner will never be there for you. They will find one excuse, one reason why they cannot be there at that moment. And another sign of a toxic relationship is constant conflicts. Constant conflict without resolution. They find fault in everything. Problem comes up all the time, and there is no solution to them. Any little thing you do will cause quarrel. Any little thing you do will bring misunderstanding. Constantly, they will find fault in everything you do. That's one sign about a toxic relationship. They will find fault in everything you're doing, and no resolution to that. It's a constant and a continuous thing. Then finally, one sign of a toxic relationship is that you are always afraid. You understand? In a toxic relationship, you are always afraid. What brings your fear? Why do you become so scared in a toxic relationship? You are being manipulated when you're in a toxic relationship. You you'll be scared that whatever you're doing, they don't value it. When you are drained emotionally, you're not happy. Any little thing you do, they find fault. The next thing that is going to happen to you is that you become scared. You become so afraid. So when you start having fears in your relationship, my dear, just know that you are in a toxic place. All right? You are in a very toxic place. So let's look at ways to manage toxic relationship, because the topic is how to manage toxic relationship. All right? Now, the first step to managing a toxic relationship is that you acknowledge the problem. Acknowledge that, okay, this relationship, there is toxicity in this relationship. Be honest with yourself. Accept that the relationship is toxic at the first step towards changing it. When you accept that fact that, okay, this relationship is toxic, you can find ways around it. So you must acknowledge the problem first. Remember, our topic says managing a toxic relationship. So the first step is to acknowledge that toxicity in your relationship. Accept it as a fact. Don't play around it. Don't hide it. All right? Accept the fact. Once you accept the fact that, okay, this is a toxic relationship, I think you are one step ahead to solving your problem. The next thing to do in a toxic relationship is to set clear boundaries, okay? You must state out the behavior you will and will not tolerate in your relationship. You must state out behaviors, attitude, and characters that you're going to tolerate in your relationship, and the ones you are not going to tolerate. All right? The first step is to acknowledge the fact that you are in a toxic relationship. Cool, fine. Second step is to do what? Set out clear goals. Set out the behaviors you will tolerate in that relationship. Boundaries in a relationship. So that when your partner wants to cross those boundaries, they know that, okay, this is what my partner said. This is what they don't like. This is what they like. This is what they don't want me to do. And this is what they want me to do. Once you set boundaries in your relationship, it helps control toxicity in your relationship. So, I hope this will help you by setting boundaries, stating the behaviors you will tolerate, sticking to the ones you will tolerate, and making it clear to your partner will be one of the ways to manage a toxic relationship. If you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Portia, but you can call me Posh Black. We're talking about how to manage a toxic relationship today. Signs to know that you're in a toxic relationship and the things to do to manage it. And the first thing we talk about here is acknowledging the fact that you are in a toxic relationship. You are one step away to solving the problem. And the second step is to clearly state what behavior you will and will not tolerate. Still, before you know, some of those things that make your relationship look toxic will gradually go away out from it. And then number three is communicate calmly and assertively. Okay, express your feelings without shouting, blaming, or insulting. Use I feel statements. Use I feel statements. Communicate politely to your partner. No matter how toxic they are, try as much as you can to communicate. You don't need to shout because you want to make a point in a toxic relationship. Shouting will only worsen your situation. You don't need to shout in a toxic relationship. Just be calm and address issues quietly. Talk to your partner in a polite way. They will understand. But when you are shouting, you will only be aggravating the situation. Nobody listens to someone and they are shouting. I think these are the few ones we're going to talk about. It's my lunchtime is over. I would like to end this live stream at the moment. I'll be back on live by 7:30 to 8 in the evening, and then we'll really elaborate on communication as a tool of managing a toxic relationship. I think we'll start from there. We'll also look at stopping trying to fix everything alone. I think those are the things that will really help us when we come live in the evening. I really appreciate each and every one of you that has joined my live today. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you guys by 7 p.m. And we're going to continue with the few ways to manage a toxic relationship. We already talked about to identifying the fact that you are in a toxic relationship and setting out clear goals as boundaries. Then in the evening, we want to talk about communication precisely. We're going to talk about afternoon. So we're going to talk about communication in the evening. Thank you for joining my life. I love you guys. See ya. Bye bye.
I hope this thing, not the worry, not to make food for her, prepare to early. No boss or nothing.
Try. Yeah, very sure.